Hello, friends. All right, I'll wait for just a few minutes to go ahead and post the link right here in the comments, and then we'll wait for just a few minutes for everyone to come on. And then we'll talk about all the fun things, all the new fun things. But make sure to say hello when you pop on. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new, if you've never seen one of my tutorials before, go and hashtag newbie in the comments so I can welcome you. And get ready to see a really fun, flawless makeup tutorial. And we're going to talk all about what's happening this month. What's all on sale and all the fun things. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for sharing, Christine. I appreciate you. All right. So, super excited because a couple products are now available on my website. So first product that I'm super excited to share that is finally available for you guys is my favorite. For me, I use this as a blush, but it can be used as a setting powder brush. It can be used for pressed powder, obviously blush, highlight, sky's the limit. This type of brush is always one of my favorites because you can really utilize it so many different ways. It's super soft and flexible. Some of you guys grabbed this when it was on sale in the Black Friday bundles, but now it's available for individual purchase. It's $29, and I love that our brushes last literally forever. I've been doing this for 5 years, and this brush in particular, just when I've had this one for 5 years. I've had my blending brush for 5 years. I haven't had to replace not one brush from Unique. So I think that just goes to show you how incredible they are, because they last legit for decades, like forever. So like I said, they're worth every single penny. They last so well. They wash so well. They're amazing. So this is finally available, which again is called the Setting Powder Brush. It's going to be under tools for individual purchase, I'm going to talk about all of that in the end. But they also finally launched the new setting powder. So this setting powder is incredible for drier skin because it has a water releasing technology in it. So it basically goes from like powder to it says powder to liquid, but when I hear that, I'm like, turns into liquid on my skin. It doesn't feel like that. So when you put it on, it actually has almost like a cooling effect to it. It can also be used as primer, which is really cool as well. So this is now available on here. As you see, you will have room. It's supposed to be like that because you need the air to activate it. If it's filled all the way up, it's not going to work. But believe me, you need the tiniest amount. So it comes like this out on the top, so it's perfect. You don't have to pop the cap off or anything. Now for this, you will want to use, again, the ladies who use this, you'll have dry skin. If you have dry skin, this is the one you want. Again, this is called the Touch Behold Prime and Set Powder. How do you clean your makeup brushes? I actually have a whole tutorial on that on my Instagram. Yes, you could still bake with this. However, you won't really want to because it's for dry skin. So if you have dry skin and you're just wanting that flawless set where you don't want a bunch of powder all over your face, you don't want something to feel dry, this is the powder that you want. And you'll use you'll use this brush would work really great with it. For me, I personally, when I was using it, when I was testing it out, I liked a smaller brush for it, so I use something similar to this. But if you have dry skin, you want that big, loose powder kind of finish to it. So again, the Touch Behold Prime and Set Powder is now available. It said loose powder for dry skin, but I said oily. I'm buying it for South Carolina summers. So if you have oily skin, then I would do the other powder. I would do the Touch Behold setting powder versus the Prime and Set powder. So if dry skin, Prime and Set, oily skin, this guy. If you're normal skin or combination, you can be either or. So just message me and we can kind of figure out what this type of setting powder would be good for you. Something else that's super exciting, which I wasn't allowed to say anything yesterday, so I'm so excited that it's finally announced. The pressed powders are officially out, you guys. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this. So you now can get the pressed powder in the upgraded special, which used to be called the Kudos. So same thing, same really great deals. So this month is probably the biggest savings I've ever seen Younique do. Like ever. I was actually geeking out about it earlier this morning doing the math on exactly how much like product you get for the price. So for $154, you're going to get your pressed powder, brand new, the new formula. You're going to get the concealer. You get your choice of foundation, whether you wanted the stick, the spray, the BB Flawless, the liquid, any foundation. So you get foundation, concealer, pressed powder, any facial brush, including the setting brush. You're going to get any setting product, whether you want the Touch Bold setting powder or the new powder. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I missing? And you get your choice of the settings. Was it setting spray? I feel like I'm missing something. You get 6 products. 6. That's a whole face. That's everything you need for your makeup. And I've talked to you guys a lot about this before, like why it's important to making sure that you get like the full recommendation, because a lot of us, like I always tell you guys, thank you, primer, thank you. I was like, there's something I'm missing. So you could either, I think that you get the choice of the setting spray or the primer. So you get your choice of that as well. So like I said, full look from prime to set, you're good to go. So like I was telling you guys before in my other tutorials, when you reach out to me, when you comment color match in the comments, I will private message you and we'll get you fully set up with what color combo you are. I always tell you guys, like for me, for example, I'm Indian, German, Norwegian. I'm all over the map of the world. So all of that goes into my undertone and my skin tone. So for me, lace, if I were to dump this all over my skin, this will not match. However, this is my color. Now the reason that it does match is because I put organza concealer on, which lightens up my under eye, and then I set it with the pressed powder in the shade Satin. So satin, lace, and organza equal me. So for you, I highly doubt that you're going to be taffeta across the whole board. You will most likely be taffeta, velour, eyelet. You're going to be a color combination. You're not just one color. Like we don't fit into these perfect little boxes, which if you do, that's great. You're the special person. Most of us have undertones, have different heritages that makes us beautiful and makes us different, and that means that you're going to need a series of colors. Now, typically, I do give you these recommendations and you go, oh, Rhea, I can't afford $320 for a full makeup look to make it all match. And I always get that. We understand. We always figure out a way to get it in your hands. However, this month, you can get it all in one perfect, pretty little bundle, free shipping for $154. That's over 30% savings. That's almost half off. 30% is actually my personal discount with this company. You get my discount for this month only. So like I said, I was geeking out this morning being like, holy crap, you get 6 products. You literally get the primer that you put on first, the foundation for your coverage, the concealer for your under eye, the setting powder to set, the pressed powder to get that flawless full finish, everything, and the brush to apply it. So you get everything, you guys, in this, we used to call it a kudos, now it's called a special, in the March special. So when you click on the March special on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, it's going to ask you to upgrade. Say yes. If you don't want to upgrade or say it doesn't fit in the budget, that's totally fine. That is still a super good savings. I think it's around 20% savings if you don't upgrade, which is $99, and that's going to come with the Flawless 4, which is your foundation, your concealer, your primer, and your brush, okay? So you get those 4 for the regular special, which is $99, but for $54 more, you get 2 more products and free shipping for $54 more. I'm telling you, it's a great freaking deal. I'm like over the top with this because I'm like, really? Like they were sitting around being like 30%. We're going to give everyone 30%. I can't believe it. So make sure to take advantage of it because they're probably never going to ever do this again. So let's get started. I'm going to use a Liquid Touch foundation today in the shade Lace, but you'll be seeing me all month long do all of the foundation options, the stick, the spray, the BB Flawless, the pressed powder, you name it. We'll do it all. Color match, really great deal. I just got to link in the account that you created and order from there. So you'll want to go to RheaHopeBeauty.com and then you're going to click on March special, and then it will ask you to upgrade, say yes, and there's where the deal is. And for the pressed powder, it's the same shades. They just reformulated it, which is actually really, really exciting. I'm like so over the top excited to get mine in the mail because they are the same colors. However, they are now made with shea butter. They're now made smudge proof. So now we finally have a pressed powder that we can put on to prevent us from moving all of our makeup around with that dang mask we have to wear. So I'm so jazzed about that. Also, it has a UV protectant in it, which I've never heard of a pressed powder having a UV protectant. So super excited about that. It's essentially sunscreen for your skin. And it works the same way. You'll apply it the same way, and it's still the same amount of coverage. You could put it on light or build it up to be full coverage. So the pressed powders are incredible. If you've had a pressed powder in the past, you'll be the same color. It's the same undertones. It's the same color. It's just a new improved formula and a new improved packaging, which is really sleek looking. I cannot wait to order mine, which again, grab it in the kudos because you get it. What would it be in the new complexion powder? Same color. Whatever you were in the other one. So for me, I wear the shade Satin. I ordered the shade Satin. So same color. I use the shade Satin in my pressed powder. I could also use the shade Taffeta too. And the shade Velour I can almost wear. It's just a little light. So for my winter color, I wear Velour in the powder. And then for my summer color, I could wear Taffeta and Satin. They're both very, very similar. Almost the same undertone, except Satin's just a teeny tiny bit darker. Is a special only on those products? Yes. The March special is on all of those products, but they're all customizable. You pick the color and you pick your foundation. Whether you want the liquid, the stick, the spray, the BB Flawless, if you want this setting powder or this setting powder. So you get a ton of choices in that product. Aw, thank you, Lori. Can't beat good skincare. I'll tell you that. All right, so I'm seeing a ton of people asking, okay, well, how do I get matched? All you have to do is comment color match in the comments and I will private message you. Once I message you, you're going to want to check your requested folder because if we're not like friends on Facebook, then my message will go to like the requested folder on your messenger. So make sure to check that area. And if you still don't see a message from me, do me a favor, tap on my face in one of these tutorials. A description window will pop down and you will click on my name, Rhea Hope, which will take you to my Facebook page and that's where you can message me. So if you're still not seeing my message, reach out to me, check it out there. Yeah, the rose water is so good. No, oh my gosh, you can't overdo it with rose water. That's like saying, can I overdo it with moisture? Heck no, girl. You get your skin hydrated. What would Poplin be? The shade Velour. All right, so I'm going to go in with the Liquid Touch Foundation in the shade Lace, and I'm just going to pop this all over. So on my skin right now, I have on two products. I have on my Touch Build Setting Spray and my Mattifying Face Primer. Both are options in the special. And then I'm putting on my Liquid Touch Foundation in the shade Lace, which is part of the special. And I'm applying it with my Powder Concealer brush, which is part of the special. So you can choose this brush to put on your foundation with. This one's my favorite for putting on the liquid. For putting on the stick and the spray, I like this one, the Kabuki brush. So you get both options in that special. And I also do want to mention too, you're not capped at just one. So say you're wanting more than one special, you can do that. And you'll just pick the different colors. So for contouring, I'm seeing some people ask like, okay, well, what's the contour color? What you'll want to choose for your contour color is the shade Chenille. That is the color I have been using on myself for the past, I don't know, couple months. Since our bronzer went out of stock, this is the shade Chenille. It is the most neutral, beautiful. It's not too pink. It's not too yellow. It's not too dark. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect. So the shade Chenille is available in the pressed powders now, which are only available in the March special. Thank you. Does the foundation sweat off or transfer? It does not, and it depends what type of skin you have. It depends how you're setting it as well. So if you have dry skin, you'll want to make sure that you're using the hydrating face primer and you use the Prime and Set setting powder. So it just depends. There's a lot of factors that go into that. So message me and send me a selfie facing window and I can give you a full recommendation. So something that's not included in the March special, but I do urge you guys to make sure to get it with your order, are the blending buds. These are so crucial for getting your makeup to look super, super soft and flawless because it's going to compress the makeup down in a place. If you ever feel like you're putting on your makeup and it just looks chalky or cakey, you're just not sitting correctly, you're just like frustrated. I get that. I used to be like that too, like just super frustrated that my makeup just didn't look like I wanted it to. There wasn't like a certain word I wanted to put on it, but it just didn't look right. So until I got these blending buds, now they're a little bit denser than your everyday beauty blender, but I'm telling you, they make the biggest difference on getting your makeup to look super, super flawless on your skin. It's going to compress it down into place and just overall give it a really gorgeous, soft appearance on your skin. No, you cannot buy it on its own just yet, Amanda. The pressed powder, which yes, does have anti-aging capabilities, it's like magic. The pressed powder is going to be on sale only in the March special. So make sure to get it in that, and make sure you're shopping right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. And it doesn't matter if you live in Ireland or the UK or Mexico or Canada or wherever, you'll still shop on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. And then at the very bottom of the website, you'll see the American flag. Change the flag to your country's flag. It will change it into your currency. It'll also change into your language, and it will ship from your country. So make sure that you are going to my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, for that. All right, so now I'm going to use my Skin Solution Concealer. This is the concealer I always rave about, you guys, that has the caffeine infused in it that gives you that instant eye lift and also really, really helps to tighten and tone your under eyes. So this is the best concealer because of those things, and it also gives you the most amazing, soft, flawless under eye. So if you struggle with under eye dark circles, puffiness, loss of elasticity on your under eye, this is the concealer you want, you guys. It's not drying, it's not cakey, it's not too heavy. It is so beautiful, and it gives you the best coverage. So that also is available in the February special, or March special. It's March now. February just flew by. Awesome. I see all of these color matches, and I will be messaging you guys today, so make sure to check your requested folder. All right, so now for setting. So like I had said, there are two options when it comes to setting. You have the Prime and Set, which is good for normal to dry skin, and then you have your Touchable Hold setting powder, which is good for oily to normal skin. So it just depends what type of skin you have. You'll still use it the same way. This guy, you just unscrew, and you have your product up on top. This one has a similar, it looks like this when you buy it. Has a little mesh plate, and you'll still utilize it the same way. I popped the cap off mine so I could use it in a baking technique. So mine has no cap. And I'm going to personally take it on a beauty blender, spritz it with my setting spray, and then tap into that powder, and then pop this on wherever I get really oily, shiny, or greasy. So the setting powder, if you have oily skin, is going to absorb that oiliness or the sweat or humidity or whatever and trap it, so basically it doesn't fall or doesn't push against your makeup and make your makeup look shiny or oily or whatever. Now if you have dry skin and you use the Prime and Set, what this does, so the Prime and Set is really cool and like revolutionary because it has a water release technology in it, which helps to add moisture into your foundation, which will not only set it but also add that hydration so your makeup doesn't look cakey or chalky or anything like that. So you'll still use it the same way I used it. You can even use it with the setting powder brush, tap it in there, and then tap it on. So, amazing. As far as creasing goes, it depends how you're setting your makeup. And again, depends if you have more dry skin, oily skin, or combination. So again, message me a selfie facing a window. Tell me what your skin is like, and we're going to get you fully set up. You guys are so sweet. The powder for dry skin, the best one is this one, the Prime and Set. This one is the best for dry skin. All right, so now we're going to use our pressed powder, hallelujah, in the shade Satin, which is available, you guys, and it's available underneath the March special. I prefer applying it with a big giant kabuki brush. I don't really love applying it with that little tiny sponge it comes with. I feel like that just gives too much coverage. That would be a really great tool to use or tool to use for that product if you're using it by itself. But if you're wearing foundation on underneath, I suggest applying it with a big kabuki brush. which is going to limit the amount that goes on, and it applies it in like a broader area so it just looks softer on your skin. So what's really, really cool about the new pressed powders is it does have anti-aging properties in it, which are going to help to hydrate your skin. Also has shea butter, which is super hydrating, and then it also has a transfer resistant capability, which I'm so excited about that. I think that's so, so cool and so needed, especially with having to wear masks. So if you haven't yet grabbed it, make sure to go to the March special. Do you put setting spray on before doing your makeup? Yes. So I always do my pre-makeup routine, which is this routine. So I wash my face in the morning. I use my Unique eye cream on my under eyes, which has caffeine and peptides in it, which is incredible for dark circles. Then I do my setting spray. I spray it all over my face. I let it dry, and then I put on my mattifying face primer. This is amazing because it blurs fine lines and imperfections. This is my favorite primer I've ever used. It also has that water release technology, so it also is going to be hydrating, so it's not going to dry you out. It's like the first matte primer that doesn't dry you out. And then I do the setting spray one more time. So setting spray, primer, setting spray. So the new pressed powder is only available in the March special, so make sure to take advantage. And then now we're going to use the same product, the pressed powder, in the shade Chenille. Now this is the color to get for contouring and bronzing. I know it's kind of weird to use a pressed powder to do that, but I'm telling you, once you try it, you're going to be hooked. So tapered blusher brush, which is a must. Start at the top of the ear, work to the corner of the mouth. And you're just going to swish this back and forth. You guys, this is the color to get for contouring. It is so soft. It has those really gorgeous neutral undertones to it. And it just gives you the really pretty warmth to your skin. So you don't look washed out. You don't look too dry. And it's so pretty, so easy to use. I'm telling you, this is the color to get. Does Unique have a skincare product for dark spots? Yes. Lisa, message me a selfie facing a window and remind me that you want the recommendation for sunspots, and I'll give you that full recommendation for your skincare. I have the regimen for you. All right, so now that we've contoured, which again, how fast and easy is that? All you need is the pressed powder in the shade Chenille and the tapered blusher brush. And then I'm gonna squeeze this and run this down the sides of my nose, which is contouring that area. And just look at how pretty that is, you guys. Isn't that so just soft and subtle? Telling you guys, if you haven't yet grabbed this color, I'm telling you it's the best, the best. All right, so now for blush, I'm gonna do the pressed blush in the shade Sisterly. And finally, this is available, you guys, the setting powder brush, which is my favorite for blush because it's just super fluffy and soft. It just glides it on there, so blended. Don't have to worry about having to blend it out. So flexible and really, really perfect for blush or setting powder, or you could even use it for your pressed powder. There's so many options. Oh, you're sweet, Anne. Thank you. All right, so for highlight, I'm going to do the Touch of the Mode Luminizer in the shade Pearly, and I'm going to pop this on the highest parts of my cheekbones, bridge and tip of my nose, and this will just give you that really gorgeous glowy, dewy finish. I always tell you guys too, if you ever feel like your makeup's been looking really dull and you're wanting to kind of spice things up without breaking the bank, this one is really, really great for that. It's, again, the Touch of the Mode Luminizer, fancy word for highlight, in the shade Pearly, and you just want to pop that on your highlight areas. Chenille for bronzer, correct. Correct. And the pressed powder, like I said, is now available in the special. So excited. Angie, you're going to go to my website, which is RheaHopeBeauty.com, and then click on Shop Now, and then click on Special, the March Special. I forgot to get my stuff out. Okay. The color for blush was the shade Sisterly, which is my favorite. All right, I'm going to throw on my brows, which is the brow pencil in medium. Definitely a really good product to add. I also did want to say too that with the upgraded March special, you do get the free shipping as well. And everything has a love it guarantee. So say the foundation you're just not thrilled on, or maybe the color isn't perfect with the combination that we recommend, they have a love it guarantee. So you can return or exchange no problem. So you don't have to be worried that you're stuck with a color that doesn't match or a product you don't love. If you don't love it, return it. The bundle is $154 for all 6 products that you get, which again is primer, foundation, concealer, setting powder, pressed powder. You get so much, and the brush. You get 6 products plus free shipping for $154. I'm telling you, it is the deal to get. It is, honestly, I can't believe how much of a discount. Which again, it's 30% savings, which is my personal discount, which is crazy. All right, so we're gonna pop this on. I always just like follow the natural shape and direction of my eyebrows with the brow pencil and just kind of color in, just like outline and fill in, just as if we were in grade school. Yes, the Love It guarantee is on everything. All right, and then we're gonna use the spoolie side and comb through just to lighten it up a little bit. So easy. So easy. I love the brow pencil. All right, and now I'm gonna use the eyeliner, which I should have grabbed because now I don't see it. There you are. In the shade Pristine for our eyes. And this is just like a white liner. But this is a really, really easy trick to really open up your eyes and draw the attention to them. So the white liner is a really good trick, especially if you have hooded eyes or smaller eyes, or you're just wanting a like illumination look for your eyes. This is a perfect way to achieve it, which again is the eyeliner, which is only $15 in the shade Pristine. Yes, my Sparkle Bands code is Rhea10, and that's where my Apple Watch is from. It's a real authentic Louis Vuitton piece. So pretty. I always get so many compliments on it. All right, so now for our eye look, we're gonna just cheat. We're gonna do a really good cheat sheet. We're going to take the fluffy crease brush and we're going to take the same thing, the March Special, the pressed powder in the shade Chenille, and yes, it's all full-sized. How long I have to return something I don't like? They have it tiered, so you get a full refund within 14 days of receiving it, and then it kind of tiers down from there. But I don't know about you guys, but I definitely know if I like something or not within 2 weeks. All right, so we're going to take that shade Chenille in the pressed powder, and we're just going to go back and forth with this into the crease. This is honestly the easiest trick in the book for making your eyeshadow look like you have eyeshadow on without actually having to do any. Which again is the same color that we used for our contour. So we're just going to pop that in and see how it just like gives your eyes that little bit of depth. So it almost looks like you have eyeshadow on, but really you don't. Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to use my Touch Bold setting spray to spray all over, and this is going to be so important for making your makeup look incredible all day and really look flawless. So what this does is adds moisture into your foundation, which helps it to expand and just look overall so much more natural. So Chenille is going to be the Touch Mineral Press Powder, which is only available in the March Special, Candace. So you'll go to March Special and then it will ask you to upgrade, say yes, and then you'll see the option to choose that color. So we're just going to keep applying or keep drying. And then we're going to go ahead and go in with the lash primer. Base the lash all the way up. And this is going to give your lashes so much length. So if you have really small lashes, went southern for a second. If you have really small lashes and you want that length, this is a really, really good product to achieve that. The month's deal, the kudos or the special, is the foundation bundle. So you get your choice of primer, foundation, concealer, and brush for $99, and then you can upgrade to include the new setting powder and the new press powder. So you get both of those plus free shipping, so highly recommend to make sure that you upgrade your kudos because you will thank me later. It is such a good deal. All right, so we're putting on our Twisted Mascara now, and we're going to go from the base of the lash all the way up, just like so. And this is the best mascara for achieving that amazing length. I also really love that it has argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it, so it actually is helping your lashes grow while you're wearing it, which is insane. So, so good. Okay. You went southern. Tennessee, you're not lying. Oh, you're funny. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the smaller one with the Twisted Mascara and pop this on to the smaller lash line. Really fine tune it. Just like that. Oh gosh, look at those eyelashes. Isn't that crazy? They're literally touching my eyebrows. I love it. All right, so now we're gonna do our lips. So I'm gonna go in first with this Marc Jacobs lip liner. And outline our lips. Okay. I always like to outline my lips first because it really kind of gives that shape to your lips. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Minted and apply this all over. And blend that in. And then I'm going to top it with the color Moneyed. And it's a perfect way to be able to achieve that really kind of like really pastel darker nude. So if you love the shade Money but always think it looks a little too dark, which is a very common thing with this color, this is a super easy way to kind of like flip it. So we did Minted first, then Moneyed. So it really just lightens it up versus if you put it the other way and you're kind of giving it more of an ombre effect. So this is like switched. So it's really, really easy. And I kept seeing a lot of people saying chenille's out of stock. It is fully in stock. However, the only way to get it is in the March special. So you have to go to the March special and then you upgrade and you'll see it there. So that is the way to get the shade Chenille, okay? The other pressed powders are not being restocked. They're going to be going away on the 8th of the month. And then it'll be fully new product, new formula, which you want the new formula. So make sure to head to the March special, which again, if you go to RheaHopeBeauty.com and then click on March special, that's where you can find everything I just shared about, which again, 30% savings, which is my discount. So make sure to grab it. Lori, you'll want to go to the March special and then it ships with everything else. So make sure to check that out. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me here on Facebook. Comment color match in the comments if you haven't yet to be fully given your recommendation. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.